Hello everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome back to Historical Quarrels. I'm your host, Tyler Eckhart. Today's episode is a special one, if you can't tell by the lack of the over-the-top, serious, with super intense music opening that I usually have in my videos. Today's episode, we're going to be reading a story. It's going to be a little bit of a game too. So if you guys can, the whole idea is I essentially wrote a story that's similar to either like another fiction story or an actual real life historical event. If you guys can email me, and whoever the first one is to email me and get what I'm referencing correct, will win a gift card that I'll mail out to you. It'll probably just be like a $20 gift card to somewhere. Nothing crazy, but just something kind of fun. So I'll kind of go over announcements and a whole bunch of other stuff at the end. Let's go ahead and just get right into the story.
You are listening to Historical Quarrels.
Okay. So I wrote this in Dr. Seuss. It's inspired by Dr. Seuss style. Okay, so here we go. In a world of gears and wires under a moonlit sky lived a stealthy figure known as Phantom, a rather sly guy. His suit was like night, his gaze sharp as a dart, with the mission in his soul and doubts that impart. Phantom Frost, said the voice in the night. Your mission, should you choose, is to set things right. Iron Strike's the name of the one you must find, in his base of secrets with plans unkind. But Phantom had doubts, in his mind a small twinge, about the true tale of Iron Strike, the so-called evil Gringe. Was he the villain they said, or just misunderstood? Phantom knew finding the truth would be for the greater good. Through valleys and hills, Phantom silently tread, with thoughts of the mission swirling in his head. The base loomed ahead, a fortress so grand, holding secrets and stories buried in the sand. He slipped past guards, all quiet and sleek, a master of shadows, playing hide and seek. But what he saw there made him pause and think. Was this mission as clear as black and white ink? Deep in the base, where secrets do dwell, Phantom found more than just a villainous shell. A conversation he heard, whispered low and fast, spoke of protecting the village, making their freedom last. The villagers, they said, we must keep them free from those who exploit, those who don't let them be. And Phantom stood still in the heart of the lair, realizing this mission was more than just fair. In Harmony Glen, where the grass was so green, lived happy folk, the kindest ever seen. They laughed and they sang with joy in their heart, unaware of the dangers of the world apart. Phantom watched from a distance, his heart in a swirl, as he saw the pure joy of each boy and each girl. They're just simple folk, living life full and bright. Why would Iron Strike harm them? It just isn't right. Phantom moved closer in the light of the day, hiding his gear, keeping fears at bay. He talked to the people, heard their stories and song, and realized perhaps something was wrong. They speak not of fear, of war, or of plight, but of harvests and festivals and stars shining bright. Could it be that my mission is based on a lie? What truly happens here, under this sky? As the sun set low, Phantom pondered alone. The truth he had known, now fully blown. He thought of the briefing, the words cold and clear, and how in this village there was nothing to fear. Then came a whisper from an old village sage, beware of the shadows, beware of the rage. For not all as it seems in this game. There's more to the story, more to the name. In the dark of the night, with a soft silver glow, Phantom Frost moved silently, thoughts in tow, back to the base where secrets lay deep, to unearth the truth, which he vowed to keep. Through shadows he glided, a ghost in the night, to a room full of secrets hidden from sight. Papers and plans spread wide and far, revealing the true nature of Iron Strike's war. The documents told of a plan, twisted and bold, not just to protect, but to threaten and hold. Iron Strike's aim, not solely to free, but to wield a weapon so fearsome and key. It could spark a war, a global affray, putting countless lives in disarray. Yet it fought exploitation, a noble cause, leaving Phantom in thought, his mind all abuzz. Phantom stood still, his heart in a bind. What was the lesser evil? Which side to align? Stop Iron Strike's plan? Prevent a war so vast? Or fight exploitation, breaking a painful past? Villagers' faces flashed in his mind, their innocence, joy, lives entwined. Yet the specter of war, with its deadly dance, weighed heavily on him, a perilous chance. In the heart of the base, where metal beasts sleep, Phantom Frost stood, his resolve to keep. As Phantom navigated the shadowed corridors, quiet and keen, he stumbled upon a figure, both unseen and seen. Polar Bear, they called him, a name of the cold, his eyes sharp and knowing, his demeanor bold. In the maze of shadows, where secrets hide and sneak, Phantom Frost moved quietly, not even a creak. His senses sharp, his eyes like a hawk, in a base full of echoes, where few dare to walk. But oh, in a blink, with scarcely a sound, a sudden blow struck, spinning him round and round. Down he fell, with a thump and a clatter, into darkness deep, with dreams, where dreams shatter. Unseen hands grabbed him, firm and fast, dragging him away into the vast. Deep in the base's heart, under lock and key, awaited Polar Bear, cold as the sea. Phantom, now captured, found himself bound in a cold, stark room with little sound. Enter Polar Bear, his presence like ice, his tools laid out, sharp and precise. Polar Bear began, his methods exact, each movement deliberate, each act intact. Phantom braced himself, his resolve set firm, determined not to break, not to squirm. Through the pain and the blur, Phantom's eyes caught sight of Polar Bear's hands, skilled in the dim light. A wood chisel he wielded, not just as a tool of fear, but with a craftsman's grace, precise and clear. Each strike of motion spoke of a hidden lore, of a time and a place, of something more. Phantom thought of Santa, of toys and of sleighs. Could Polar Bear be a part of those long-gone days? As the torture continued, Phantom's mind was alight, with questions and theories, despite his plight. Polar Bear, this enigma, wrapped in a cold veneer. Was he a guardian of secrets? A keeper of the yesteryear? Finally, the ordeal ceased, leaving Phantom to ponder in his cell, alone his thoughts left to wander. What role did Polar Bear play in this intricate plot? A question unanswered, a knot yet to be untwined. Then came Iron Strike, his eyes like cold fire, a man of strong will, of unyielding desire. Iron Strike, oh Iron Strike, Phantom began to say, why choose destruction? Why this deadly fray? The villagers, they suffer, but war is not the way. Can't you see the madness in this game you play? Iron Strike laughed, a sound so hollow and grim. Phantom, dear Phantom, the world's at the brim. Greed and power, the tyrants of our time. I've seen it all, the dirty grime. They exploit and ravage with no end in sight. Only a great fire can bring back the light. A nuclear dawn to cleanse and reset. A world reborn without any debt. You see it as madness, I see it as cure. For a world so sick, so impure. The lesser of two evils, a necessary plight to end all the darkness and bring forth the light. Phantom stood frozen, his mind in a whirl. Iron Strike's vision, a flag unfurl. A world on fire to stop the greed. Was this the answer? Was this the need? But then he thought of the village, so peaceful and bright, of laughter and joy, of hearts so light. He couldn't let it happen, this nuclear night. He had to stop Iron Strike, to do what was right. In the chamber's deep gloom, where secrets did dwell, stood Phantom and Iron Strike, under a spell. Iron Strike, Phantom questioned. Why choose such a path? But what came next was a shock, a magical aftermath. Iron Strike eyes gleamed with a strange, eerie light. Phantom, dear Phantom, you're not wholly right. We're more than just pawns in this worldly fight. We're Santa's own clones, born of Yuletide's night. Iron Strike paced, his voice a deep thunder. Our origin, Phantom, is a world's wonder. Created by magic, for joy and delight. But I saw the world's pain, its never-ending plight. Santa's vision was pure, full of hope and cheer. But the world, it twisted, year after year. I chose to act, to use our might, to reset the balance, to fight the night. We're more than just Santa's shadow, more than his kin. We have the power to end or to begin. A nuclear reset, a fresh, clean slate, to save the world from its harrowing fate. Phantom stood staggered, his mind in a twist. Clones of Santa in a plot like this? The burden of legacy, heavy and vast, loomed over him, a shadow cast. But deep in his heart, the answer was clear. Hope and joy, not terror and fear. He couldn't let Iron Strike, with his twisted sight, unleash such darkness, such endless night. With resolve in his step and courage anew, Phantom knew exactly what he had to do. To stop Iron Strike, to end this fray, to bring back the light in a Santa-like way. In the depths of the base, secrets untold, stood Phantom and Iron Strike, old and cold. Iron Strike spoke first, his voice calm and grave. Phantom listened closely to the legacy Santa gave. Long ago, Santa wished for a world so free, where every child's smile would be a joy to see. He envisioned a place without borders or fight, where gifts would come freely like stars in the night. Phantom listened, his mind a whirl. Iron Strike continued, the story unfurl. But not all agreed with Santa's free hand. Some formed a group, a secret band. They called themselves the Guardians, with a plan so vast, to control the world from first to last. Their vision was order, gifts earned, not just given, a world tightly held, firmly driven. Iron Strike's eyes darkened, his tale took a turn. Phantom, there's more that you must learn. The Guardians grew strong, their influence spread, changing Santa's dream to something else instead. They believed in a world where only the worthy thrive, where children must work for their dreams to survive. A world of structure, of rigid rule, where Santa's true vision would merely be a tool. As Phantom lay in his sail, thoughts in a whirl, and slipped a figure, a peculiar girl. She moved with grace, silent as a mouse, a genius of gadgets in this dreary house. Whisper, they called her, a name soft and light. Her mind was sharp, her spirit bright. Phantom Frost, she whispered, with a knowing grin. I've come to help, to make sure you win. From her coat, she drew a bottle, bright and bold, labeled Zanny Zigzag Zumugu, a sight to behold. This Zumugu, she explained with a hush, will make you seem gone in a silent rush. With a nod, Phantom took the curious goo, a concoction so bizarre, a deep purple hue. He spread it about and lay very still, playing his part with an iron will. Soon the guards arrived, peering in with a frown, seeing Phantom so still, down on the ground. They opened the cell with caution and dread, but Phantom sprang up, as quick as a thread. In a flurry of motion, he knocked the guards out cold. With Whisper's help, bold and bold, they sneaked through the base, a shadowy flight, into the dark night, out of sight. Thanks to you, Whisper, and your Zumugu, Phantom whispered as the wind blew. Together, they ventured into the unknown to stop Iron Strike and all he had shown. In the dim corridors, Whisper's voice broke the night. Phantom, there's more hidden from sight. The weapon, the terror, it was my own creation, born from my hands, a dire situation. Phantom turned, his eyes wide with surprise, seeing the truth behind Whisper's wise guise. A weapon so great, yet so grim, he uttered, his heart heavy as the words he muttered. But why? Phantom asked, his voice a low hum. A tool for such destruction. To what end has it come? Whisper sighed deeply, her guilt a heavy tide. To protect us from threats, but it's been twisted, misapplied. As they ventured further, Phantom's mind raced. The weight of the truth, it could not be erased. He realized the depth, the vastness of their plight. A battle not just of might, but of what's right. Whisper, your invention, it's become a curse, Phantom said, but Iron Strike's plan is even worse. We must stop him, no matter the cost, or else all is lost, all will be lost. Whisper nodded, her resolve now clear. Let's end this madness, let's stay clear. They approached Iron Strike's lair, ready to face the final showdown in this high-stakes race. Outside Iron Strike's chamber, as dawn painted the sky, Phantom and Whisper shared a determined sigh. This is it, Phantom declared, our final stand, to undo your creation, to protect the land. They braced themselves, ready for the fight, against Iron Strike's might, against the long night. Together they would challenge his fearsome clout, to bring his reign of terror to an abrupt out. In the heart of darkness, a figure loomed, alabaster snowball, by pain consumed. His eyes were hollow, his spirit torn. An elf once joyful, now forlorn. Welcome, Phantom Frost, and Whisper you're here, to face me, Alabaster, and all that I fear. I've seen humanity's darkness, its cruel, bitter sting. I've felt its torture, felt its unrelenting fling. With a gesture, Alabaster's powers swirled, twisting reality, a nightmare unfurled. Phantom and Whisper, caught in his psychic grip, faced their own demons on this harrowing trip. Through twisted visions, Alabaster spoke of humanity's cruelty, its heinous cloak. In my eyes, all humans bring but pain, a cycle of suffering, again and again. As the battle raged, Alabaster's voice rang clear. I'm not the worst, but those you should fear. I joined this cause to bring humans their end, in death and destruction, my only friend. His words were sharp, cutting to the bone, revealing a soul corrupted and alone. There is no redemption, no turning back. Track. The fight reached its peak, a crescendo of sorrow. Alabaster's end, no dawn on the morrow. With his final breath, he whispered a curse on a world he deemed irreversibly perverse. Phantom and Whisper, somber and still, felt the weight of his words, a bitter pill. They moved on, carrying the burden of his tale, determined more than ever that they must not fail. As Phantom and Whisper left the shadows behind, they journeyed towards a land of a different kind, a snowy expanse, cold and vast, part of the base, chilling and overcast. Here, they knew, a sharp shooter lay in wait, sharp eyes shimmer, master of her fate. With every step they tread with care in the snowy field, so stark and bare. Upon reaching the snowy expanse, vast and white, Phantom and Whisper prepared for another fight. There, amidst the silence of the falling snow, waited Sharp Eye Shimmer, an enigmatic foe. Her voice echoed across the field, clear and cold. I've waited you, she said, bold and bold. In this frozen land, my final stand, fueled by revenge, once grand. As they cautiously moved, seeking cover and sight, Sharp Eye revealed her plight. Joined, I did, with Iron Strike's cause, to strike at the world without pause. But now as my end draws near, a disease within, my final fear. I see the folly, my misplaced trust, leaving behind only regret and dust. The confrontation was tense, a dance of fate and will, but no bullets flew, the field remained still. Phantom saw in her eyes a resignation to her lot, a warrior's spirit, yet a soul fraught. I chose vengeance, but it led me astray. Now here I lie, fading away. Phantom, Whisper, may your path be true, undo the wrongs I helped ensue. In the hushed standoff, amid the snow's embrace, Sharp Eye gazed at Phantom, a confused trace. "Chris," she murmured, a flicker of hope in her eye. "Is that you, Kris Kringle, from days gone by?" Phantom paused, understanding her mistake. A memory of rescue for her own sake. "No, Sharp Eye, I am not he, but I know of him and his legacy. Santa saved me long ago, a child in fear. Under the name Kris Kringle, he drew near. But now, lost in the war, his memory fades, leaving only behind shadows and shades." Their conversation, soft against the white, revealed her connection to Santa's light. A bond from the past, a life once saved. Now in this field, her fate engraved. "I thought I saw in you a hint of his grace, but I was wrong, this is not the place. Yet I sense in you a similar fight, to bring back the good, to make things right." As her strength waned under the sky so vast, Sharp Eye shimmers time had passed. Phantom and Whisper by her side witnessed her last breath as she sighed. "May your journey bring peace unlike mine. May you find true and fine. Thank you, Phantom, for listening to my tale in the snowy land so cold and pale." With her last breath, Sharp Eye looked to the sky, their snow falling gently as she whispered goodbye. Phantom and Whisper stood by, a silent guard, respecting her journey once marred. As she passed, the snow seemed to glisten, a world of conflict, pausing to listen. They moved on, hearts heavy but sure, determined to end what she could not endure. As the silence of the snowfields settled, a chapter closed. Phantom and Whisper read onwards, their spirits composed. Leaving behind the white expanse, a tale of sorrow and strife, they ventured deeper into the base, where lurked the heart of the strife. Through corridors dimly lit, and halls echoing with past battles, they moved with purpose, ready to rattle the shackles. Their path was a winding one through the belly of the beast, each step bringing them closer to their final feast. As they walked, Phantom pondered, his thoughts a deep well, on the stories of those they'd met, the tales they'd tell. Whisper, ever the inventor, checked her gadgets and gear, preparing for what lay ahead with focus, not fear. This journey, Phantom mused, has been more than a fight. It's been a quest for truth, for what's just and right. Whisper nodded in agreement, her resolve like a flame to stop Iron Strike and his beast. That is our aim. Finally, they arrived at the heart of Iron Strike's lair, where awaited the Iron Behemoth in its den, a monstrous affair. Phantom and Whisper shared a glance, a moment of silent accord for the battle ahead, for the final chord. With a deep breath, they stepped into the fray, ready to face the behemoth, come what may. The heart of the base pulsed like a living thing as they prepared to clip Iron Strike's final wing. And in the heart of the base, where secrets lay bare, stood this monstrous creation, a cause for despair. This Iron Behemoth they named, a beast of steel and might, powered by nuclear fury, a daunting sight. Phantom and Whisper, with the resolve in their step, approached the behemoth, a plan adept to stop this monster. Whisper said, her voice firm and bold, is to end Iron Strike's dream, to break his hold. Phantom, with agility and cunning on his side, maneuvered around the behemoth, wide-eyed. He planted explosives with careful grace, determined to end this destructive arms race. As he worked, a thought came to his mind, a line from a tale of a different kind. Phantom had finished the Guardian's goal, not just with actions, but with heart and soul. With a thunderous roar, the behemoth shook. As the explosives did their work, no corner forsook. Iron Strike's dream crumbled, along with his machine, a devastating blow to the tyrannical regime. Phantom and Whisper watched as it fell, a symbol of averted disaster, a toiling bell. Together they had thwarted Iron Strike's plan, a victory for peace for every woman and man. In the aftermath of the Iron Behemoth's fall, stood Iron Strike, towering and tall. "Phantom Frost," he bellowed, a fury in his eyes. "You've meddled enough. It's time for goodbyes." Their battle was fierce, a clash of will and might. Phantom and Ironstrike from daylight to night. But as they fought, a twist unforeseen. Ironstrike weakened. His face turned green. Ironstrike, what ails you? Phantom inquired. Realization dawning as the situation transpired. A disease, a guardian's ploy, Ironstrike confessed. Your presence is a catalyst. Now I'm oppressed. With Ironstrike defeated, not by force but by fate, Phantom and Whisper knew it was time to vacate. They fled the base with haste and speed, aware of the villagers and their need. As they left, Phantom recalled a tale from his youth, a Grinch and his change, a heart grown in truth. He gathered gifts from the remnants of the base, a gesture of goodwill, a new path to embrace. Into Harmony Glen under the cover of night, Phantom delivered gifts to each house, each light. From toys to trinkets from the Guardian's stash, he spread joy and cheer, a hopeful flash. The villagers awoke to a miraculous sight, gifts and wonders in the morning light. Phantom watched from afar, a heart newly lit, his mission complete, a perfect fit. As the sun rose on the world anew, Phantom and Whisper bid their farewell true. Their journey had ended, their mission done, a new chapter begun, a new day won. Whisper smiled, we've changed the course, with heart and soul, a powerful force. And Phantom nodded his eyes on the horizon wide, ready for whatever may come, with stride. The end. So yeah, that was the tale that I wrote for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was really fun to write. I'm planning on making that like a once a year deal. So you guys can guess where it's from. I hope I made it like, I guess like easy enough where it wasn't like too, but like I also don't want it to be too easy, but I don't know, that might've been too easy. So this might be a bit of a blunder. But who knows? Maybe you guys don't like it. I don't even have to like make it a guessing game. Or if you guys do like it, I don't have to make it a guessing game. I can just, do something like this once a year, where I turn some story into like a Dr. Seuss or like Christmas tale rhyme thing. But seriously, happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are doing good. This has been a wild year. Wild time of growth for the show, for sure. I started the show, technically, if we want to get technical about the show, started in like 2022. But it was like in October of 2022. And even then I went on like a 3-month hiatus. So this is like a 3 to 6 month hiatus. Like technically, haven't even really done like a full year yet with this show. And I've been learning a lot. Content creation is something, as a kid, like junior high me, I definitely wanted to like dabble in when I was younger. And I'm happy that I found a medium such as podcasting to do this with. I hope you guys have been, I can tell you guys have been enjoying it. The show's been growing. I mean, some episodes have been quite a bit, not as popular, and that's fine. Those topics aren't as interesting. I get that. Excuse me. And then one episode was just extraordinarily popular. 1 or 2 episodes, which I also get. That's, that's perfectly normal. But, overall, I just want to seriously thank you guys, my listeners, for one, the criticism and the support that you guys give me. The criticism goes hand in hand with the support because, and also just praise, criticism and praise. And, if you guys enjoy it, you enjoy it. And if you don't, or if there's stuff that you don't like about an episode and you tell me, that's more than fine. That's great. I'm happy to, this is also like my least sweary episode yet. But it's Christmas version, if you, like, especially if you're around family and you happen to listen to this episode, I don't want, and this is going to be a jump scare. And now if you are listening to this around family, I want you guys to just randomly hear, oh, well, you fucked her in the pussy. like that's, I don't want to do that at all. But also, sorry, I've been fighting off a cold. Hopefully, I'm less sick by the time Christmas happens. But anyways, sorry, my brain's a little scatterbrained right now. I'm rambling. I'm rambling a lot. No, I am. It's okay. It's okay. But seriously, like, thank you guys so much. It's meant a lot to me to, number one, watch the show grow. Number two, to be able to express myself creatively like this and get other people to, enjoy my creativity with me. It's not like I don't have a lot of friends. I need this outlet, but it's like, I hang out with people, not to brag, fucking crazy over here. This guy hanging out with people's, I know that's a lot. That's like, geez, fucking, I need to cool it. Like, but no, it's just, it's a different type of creativity. And part of why I enjoy making this is because I kind of enjoy that, like, fear I get. Like when I used to do Shakespeare, a little bit of like that fear in your gut you get before you go on stage. I kind of feel similar when I do this show. And I think that's why in most of the episodes before the recent ones, I ramble a lot. So I can kind of like relax myself. It's kind of like it's like an improv technique where you kind of do some more bass, or like kind of like ease into like improv games before you start getting into like the weird, like meta next level thinking style of improv. When you go do performances for improv, but just so you can kind of ease yourself in and let yourself like relax and enjoy the crowd. It's also like kind of like doing comedy when I was doing the open mics. Those are really cool. I just don't have time for it with my wife in school. And with having two little kids, two little chitlins, man, light of my life. I love them so much. I love my wife so much. And I hope you guys are enjoying this time and are able to spend it with family. And if you're not, I hope you are able to spend it around something or someone that you love, or doing something that you love. And if for some reason it's listening to my weird ass, my weird ass show, cool. I'm glad I'm able to do that for you. And even if it's not your preferred, I bet it's not really a lot of people's preferred way to spend Christmas, but shit, man, if you're stuck listening to something, and you are choosing to listen to this, that's cool. I'm glad I was able to be that for you. But next year I got some big plans for the show for sure. Definitely planning on, number one, improving this video setup. Also, I'm planning on improving the sound quality. I'm going to get Roadcaster, a couple other things set up, so that way I'm not just doing like a USB thing anymore, and trying to get more of like a live production going. So when I do these episodes, I can just go, and it'll be cool. It'll be real cool, real cool. So yeah, I don't know. I always get like, I don't know, sometimes like emotional when I think about what doing, I don't know, just like, I don't even know why I say get emotional, but like kind of get like just lost in deep thought when I think about planning for this show. And I think about like how much it means to me Not even like necessarily for like other people, but like for me as like a person, because it's just I don't know. I'm certain a lot of you can kind of relate to this. Where let's say you go through like a hard day and you feel like you don't have like a good outlet, like you're kind of stuck being in like a go mode or like a fucking, how do I put this? Like you have to be a certain image of yourself when really what that image of you like inside and like what you're feeling inside is just so tired and worn down and ragged. And this show, it, for some reason, I don't know, doing it and doing this stuff just like lifts me up and like just makes me feel good and makes me happy. And I mean, there are times where it gets a little tough, and I think it's just mostly like wear and tear throughout the day. Because like I have a full-time job, I have, again, I have a family, I have other responsibilities, and I get a little stressed trying to like think about whether or not this is going to be good enough. And I'm not gonna lie, like with the show, kind of, especially the didnt episode popping off the way it did, I was like, oh shit, I really need to like get my stuff together. I don't have to. Excuse me. Excuse me. I was like, I don't have time to be fucking off right now. And, I got to make sure this is like primo quality. And I have to like, do all these, I have to make sure I know what the SEO optimization words are. I have to go study this. I have to go learn a bunch of video editing skills now, even though I barely understand how to do audio editing. And I did let that get to me for a couple weeks there. And then I just kind of thought about it. I was like, nah, fuck it. Like people, I wouldn't even call it fluke. People listen to it because it's a weird, didnt was a super weird niche thing. And here's the thing, you guys, if you're on YouTube, you see like the YouTube videos, but like I see like all the downloads across all the platforms, and oh my God, did that episode pop off. But then like the rest of my episodes have been doing pretty good. Like I said, we're averaging around like 1,000 downloads a month, which is really cool. Hopefully this show might be able to start, this hobby might be able to start paying for itself soon. Just the host, the RSS feed. If I start running ads on it, just so I can just be like, okay, hey, bill to my like the money I make from the ads, and just have it net zero. That would be cool. That would be really cool. But no, on YouTube, it's fun. I mean, there's people who I just don't like what I do, and they don't like the voices I do. They probably just don't like me, and that's fine. Of course, like it's like when you read it initially, it's just like, especially as like someone who's like been on the internet for as long as I have been, I tell myself like, who cares? But then it's like, no, you gotta take a look at it, and you gotta realize why they're saying it. That they're saying like, hey, this sucks. Just take a look at yourself and be like, okay, so this might suck. Okay, but why does it suck? And it's not helpful if they just say, it sucks. I'd rather them point out specific things, just so I can understand. And I had a comment from a listener who said they were a little older, which, by the way, that I don't care about that at all. You can be whatever age, does not matter, and you can enjoy whatever content you want from whoever you want, and like, who cares? But they're like, I don't like the swearing, or like they didn't say I didn't like the swearing, but they wanted me to tone it down and to get stuff a little more buffed out, and just like sound more professional, because it just, I do put a lot of research into the show, and I can see where she's, or he, I couldn't really tell by the picture, but she or he is coming from when they say that, because I was kind of like working on, I'm planning on doing this thing where I take old episodes and I cut it down into like essentially like a minute or less, or like 5 minutes or less, and then just like release it like that, but like super edited with maybe some like video animations and stuff, just to kind of get more content on the channel. So, because since this is weekly, and I do like another separate show with my buddies. And that one's a lot less stress. That one's like, I edit the audio. I'm going to try and start editing more video and do like more video episodes with it. But for the most part, I just edit the audio and it's quick. I add in the opening song, and sometimes I've done extra stuff when I've had the time, but for the most part, it's like my buddies understand I don't have all the time in the world. And that's how it is. But God, what was I saying? Oh, criticism. So yeah, the criticism that I've gotten, it is useful. Like I don't look at it as like this negative, bad thing. It's people telling you like, hey, this is what you can do to get better. I mean, if they just tell you suck, it's like, okay, well, what about me sucks? That's all I'm asking for. Maybe I just have a punchable face, which I've been told a couple times, I kind of look like an asshole, or, just like I look angry a lot. I tend to think that I'm an amicable person, and, I'm biased. So, let's see. Other stuff. So yeah, no, thank you guys for the criticism. I appreciate it. It does help me. It really does set me straight. Me like on that good path, on that good shit. Good. And oh yeah, if you want to win the prize, you have to email me. So that's historicalquarrels@gmail.com. If you just comment on YouTube, I mean, if I haven't got an email by that point, I'm not going to, like, even if you're the first comment on the video and you guess the story right, and I've already gotten an email, then I'm going to ignore your comment. So email me. And if you are the first one to email, then you will win the $20 gift card to something. That, or I'll Venmo you like $20. I don't know. Fucking, I was just like, congrats. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was going to start working on merch next year too. That's another big announcement. Start working on some merch. Just something cool, like cool little graphic design shirts. My board game is just about done. I have all the cards and all the rules and mechanics completely written out. I just require, like, I'm going to have a big alpha testing night, get some final things worked out here in January. And then hopefully I'm going to be able to start recording a Kickstarter campaign video and like get some like really high quality production going for that. Cause I really do believe in my board game. I'm super excited for it. It's, it'll be, you guys will see it, and hopefully you'll like it. We'll see. I'm a bit of a nerd, so it's a little weird. I wouldn't say weird, but it is a lot of fun. I mean, the people that I've already played it with, they've said that it's fun. But then again, I also kind of knew that those people would like it because that was my target audience when I was building the game. But it's good to have a target audience when you're designing a board game, is what I've learned. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing next year. 2024 is looking to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy, crazy time. Other than that, I don't know. I guess like personal stuff in my life, I've been getting ready to learn more, to be more like a better, like I really want to be a better father next year. I mean, like, I feel like I'm a good dad. Like, I know I am. I'm always there for them when I not even when I can, but like I'm specifically make sure that I have like time set aside to be with them and hang out with them. I want to be a lot better in keeping up with things I'm doing and making sure that I'm on top, if not ahead on things. That's kind of one of my big goals. I've hit under 200 pounds this year. I went from 290 to 195. I gained a little bit of muscle weight back right here towards the end, which, I've been lifting weights. That's what happens when you're a dude. So, but I did hit my goal. getting under 200 again. So that was really cool. My main goal next year is just to get back to my wedding weight of like 165 and just kind of chill out there for a little bit. So I'll be hopefully you'll be noticing that in videos, the videos where you'll start seeing my face just kind of go slimming back down, back to pre-COVID. And I don't know. It's not like I take forever to lose weight. It's just been, I feel like it's like gotten harder since I've gotten older, which I know is normal, but I don't know. When I was a kid, I was kind of chubby, and then I lost weight in like a summer. Like I lost a bunch of weight in one summer, and and then yeah, I don't think I did that like a healthy way though, to be honest. Part of that was just due to self-esteem issues and this misconception I had of like guys needing to look a certain way, which is so weird. You know, like girls feel that way too, but I think it's like everybody, like every human feels like they have to look a certain way, or they have to like be a certain way, or like they have some like ideal standard of beauty, and it fucks your head up, man. It does. I'm glad I got over that. I'm just doing this for health reasons now. I'm not even like trying to look good. I'm fucking married and I have 2 kids. Like I'm done trying to look good. Hey, ain't no reason for that. I mean, that's why like I got tattoos and like I just, I don't know. Like I fart in front of my wife now. Like I don't care. And I'll fart in front of other people just randomly, just so they're disgusted by me and be like, nah, screw you. I don't care. Don't give a shit. But yeah, no, it's just health reasons. It's not like I'm trying to, I don't know, like hit like a ideal body image thing anymore. I don't even care about getting ripped. I just kind of care more about just being being healthy and happy. So, but my goal is like, I'm still going to have like a weight goal. And then once I'm at that weight goal, I just kind of want to, I don't like really care. As long as I like stay fit and I can run a mile in under 10 minutes, then we're golden. Honestly, 9 minutes. If I can run a mile under 9 minutes, that's what I prefer. But, you know, I'll take under 10. I'll take under 10 for now, which is where I'm at. So, that's right. On that treadmill, I'll just turn it up to 6 and get it going. 6 miles in 1 hour. I've been doing like 30 to 45 minute jogs at that speed for a little while here now. And yeah, that's mostly been why I've lost so much weight. It's just the jogging. With me being sick this past 2 weeks though, it's definitely taken it out of me, and being busy. I'll probably go back, hitting the gym like real hard tomorrow. Because I'm starting to feel a little better, but like my throat was still sore. You know, like, you're sick, but not sick. Also, I know this has been rambling for a while, so if you feel like you need to like shut it off, you can. I'm doing this for me, to be honest, at this point. This is my end of the year wrap up. Almost like a time journal in a way that I'm planning on using this for. So kind of see like where I'm at. I've progressed over the year for next year. And that's what I'm going to do. That being said, I mean, we are at the end. I'm about to close out and end this whole shindig. So, again, I appreciate you listeners so much. I love you guys. Seriously. I mean that. I know I don't talk with like a whole lot of you, like on a regular basis. But with the few that I have talked to, Mike, you're fucking cool guy. And a couple of the others. You guys have just been so nice. It's been really dope. Especially because like I couldn't like share this project with like family and friends initially because like they felt weird about it. I don't know. It's like I think it's always weird for like your family and friends, not all of your friends, but some friends, you know, to watch you do something like this and listen to you do something like this. It's for my wife, she has a hard time listening to me because she's like, it's you, and like it's weird. I mean, she's had episodes where she said like it felt like she wasn't even listening to me, which then made me feel weird because it's like, am I not being authentic? Like in that episode, then like, am I not being myself? God damn it, shit. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Should I be myself? Should I not be myself? It's a hard question as a content creator. I think, yeah, no, it's a hard one to do. And it's a hard line to follow. You have to have like a very specific personality if you want to be yourself, I think, and grow your audience. But that's whatever. If you guys have found any value in this, please share the episode. You guys enjoy your holidays. Enjoy the time off. Next episode will be the continuation from last week's, where I was going over the life of Caracalla. The Roman emperor killed his brother. I was going over his little quarrel with his brother there. So we're going to just be finishing up his life's tale for New Year's. So it'll be another kind of like a shorter episode. It's the holidays, man. It's like, of course, it's going to be a little shorter. You should expect these episodes to be just, little cut short. That's all. You guys have a good one. Love y'all.